Struggling to rank in AI search? Learn Generative Engine Optimization. Get cited. Get visible.
All right, let's dive right in. Today, we're talking about a massive shift happening in the world of content. If you thought SEO was the end-all be-all, well, you're in for a surprise. We're talking about something called Generative Engine Optimization, or GEO, and it is about to change the entire game. So let's get into what this actually means for you. So let me just ask you this straight up. Is your content invisible to AI? I'm asking because right now, tools like ChatGPT and Perplexity are fast becoming the new Google. And if your content isn't built for them, you seriously risk getting left in the dust. It's a huge, huge challenge, for sure, but it's also a massive opportunity. And that opportunity has a name: Generative Engine Optimization. This is the new playbook, everyone. It's not just about stuffing keywords anymore. Nope. It's about making your content so clear, so well-structured, and so trustworthy that an AI doesn't just read it, it actually turns around and recommends it. So how do we actually do that? Well, it all comes down to 3 core pillars. We're going to start with the first one: unbreakable structure. Think about it. Before an AI can trust what you're saying, it has to understand the basic layout of your information. This is the foundation that everything else is built on. Now take a look at this. It's so simple, but so powerful. On the left, you've got this wall of text, a total nightmare for anyone, human or machine, to get through. But on the right, it's the exact same information, just broken down into clean, digestible bullet points. And here's the kicker. AI, just like you and me, loves scannable content. It signals clarity and makes it super easy to pull out the important stuff. And this right here, this is basically the roadmap you need to hand over to the AI. Using a clear heading hierarchy, your H1 for the main topic, H2s for the big ideas, and H3s for the nitty-gritty details, tells an AI exactly how your ideas connect. It's not just about making things look pretty. You're building a logical skeleton that the machine can easily follow. Okay, so headings are huge, but it doesn't stop there. These other elements are absolutely crucial. Short, active sentences are just easier to process. Simple language avoids any confusion. Schema markup, that's like putting little sticky notes on your page for the AI, telling it, hey, this is an FAQ, or this is a recipe. And descriptive alt text for images makes sure your pictures aren't just decoration, they're part of the conversation too. All right, so you've got your structure locked down. The foundation is solid. What's next? Well, now we move on to pillar 2, which is building digital trust. And honestly, in a world that's getting flooded with AI-generated noise, proving that your content is credible might just be the most important thing you can do. I mean, check this out. This quote is a perfect example. By directly quoting an expert from a place like MIT, you're sending a really powerful signal. You're not just sharing your opinion, you're grounding it in real expertise. AI models are literally trained to look for these kinds of authority signals. So the key here is that building trust is an active process. You have to work at it. First, make sure every claim is accurate and backed up by data. Second, bring in those expert voices. And third, link out to your sources. It's all about showing your work and proving you've done the homework. Seriously, think of it just like a bibliography in a research paper. When you link out to heavy hitters like academic journals or top industry publications, you're basically borrowing their street cred. You're telling the AI, hey, don't just take my word for it. These experts back me up. And that is a game changer for trust. Okay, we've nailed down structure, and we've built up trust. What's the final piece of this GEO puzzle? It's all about communication. Pillar 3, speaking AI's language. This is where we fine-tune our content to match the conversational way that real people, and now AI, are looking for information. Look at this format. So simple. It's just a question, but this is exactly how millions of people are talking to AI tools every single day. So if you structure your content to directly answer these kinds of questions, boom, you put yourself in the perfect position to be the go-to source for that answer. And then you give them this, a super clear, straight-to-the-point answer. AI models absolutely love this Q&A style because it's so efficient. They can just grab this little snippet and pop it right into a generated summary or a chatbot reply, and guess what? You get the credit. It's the most direct path to the user. And if you're still not convinced, this chart says it all. The most effective tactics are using a natural, conversational tone and thinking about synonyms, semantic search. This means we are done with just rigidly stuffing keywords everywhere. It's about understanding the real questions someone's asking and writing like a human, because that's exactly what AI is trying to act like. So we've walked through structure, trust, and language. Let's pull it all together now and crystallize what it means to create content that is truly AI-ready. And this really gets to the heart of it all. The ultimate goal here isn't to game the system or trick some algorithm. It's to create content that's so genuinely useful for people that an AI has no choice but to recognize its value and recommend it. You're optimizing for humans, first and foremost. You know, one of the best ways to be human-centric is to respect people's time. AI models have learned this, which is why they place so much value on clear summaries and those little too long didn't read sections. They are programmed to find the main point and find it fast. So here's your GEO checklist. These are the key takeaways. Number 1, structure is king. Make your content scannable. 2, trust is your new currency. Back everything up. 3, speak the language of conversation. And finally, summarize everything. Give both your human readers and the AI a quick, clear shortcut to the good stuff. I'll leave you with one final thought. As you go back to creating your own content, ask yourself this question. Is what I'm making just providing data, or is it starting a conversation? Because in this new age of AI, that's the question that really matters. Thanks for tuning in.